Hey everyone, we just wanted to take a moment and give you a little bit update of what's going on in our lives right now, and as far as our way of eating. We gave you an update a few weeks ago as far as when we went to the doctor, and that was on October 18th. And at that point, I had lost 90 pounds, and Laura had lost 17. And been kind of stalled and everything.
In a holding pattern.
I hadn't lost any weight from September 27th to that October the 18th time frame. And Laura hasn't lost any since before that. You lost 17 pounds, up about 2-3 months ago? And she hadn't lost any weight. So when we went.
But I was shrinking because clothes were fitting that didn't fit. So.
Yes, this is true. So when we went to the doctor, she basically changed Laura from Armor to Nature Throid. Same prescription strength and everything. Nothing else has really changed. She's still taking the beta blockers, still doing the Nature Throid. Those are the two medications that she's on. She's off of all her blood pressure medicine. I'm off of blood pressure medicine. I'm off of gout medication. I've started back on the thyroid medication and still doing the testosterone replacement therapy. And we're both doing vitamin D because we're both low. She's tried everything. She's tried low carb. She's tried keto. I've
tried the kind of traditional, lean meats and veggies and all of it.
And she's, got celiacs and her no thyroid. So it's an uphill battle. But this is the first time since 2011 that she's actually lost some weight.
Yeah, I said my first victory with carnivore was just not gaining weight, because I think I could have drink water and then it would be like, oh, you're not eating enough. I mean, I've gone to the doctor and they're like, maybe you're not eating enough. I'm like, oh, okay. You're eating too much. I would have you're eating too much when they didn't even ask me, hey, what are you eating? They just say, you're eating too much. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm eating like a salad twice a day, no breakfast. How can that? I'm like, I can't not eat. I mean, I can so see how when you have, I've heard someone else say, if you have a thyroid thing going on, it would be so easy for some people. Now, I don't think I would fall into this, but some people to have an eating disorder, because doctors will just tell you basically, oh, you're eating too much. Oh, you need to eat less and exercise more. And you're like, yeah, but I came here because I can't breathe or I feel horrible. I have no energy. And they're like, well, eat less and exercise more. And you're like, but my hair's falling out. So it's been just a constant battle. But yeah, I've tried everything. I can remember several times thinking, I'll be the one person on the planet Earth that just some doctor somewhere finally go, Laura, you're just not going to be able to lose weight. You're not going to. Or, if you ever watched Willy Wonka and the girl that ate that one candy and she just kept blowing up. And sometimes I felt like her. Violet? Was it Violet? I don't know.
Yeah, Violet.
And she just kept getting bigger and bigger. And I'm like, that's what I felt like. And I don't even know if I've told Ron this, but usually when I go to the doctor, my blood pressure's up because I get stressed out, right? One of the reasons I would get stressed out is because I felt like I was doing everything I could, and I felt like I wasn't losing weight. And I felt like the doctor thought, and I don't think my doctor honestly thought this, but it made you kind of feel, or you wondered, do they think this? My doctor understands, but I would think, do they just think I'm not even trying? Because I was trying so hard, and I had so many doctors that were kind of like, Laura, you really need to eat right, or cut back on those carbs, or stop with the cheeseburgers. I'm like, I don't do that. I swear to you, I don't do. I mean, I thought, am I gonna have to take a video of everything I eat and bring it to the doctor, or I don't know. It just was very frustrating. So my blood pressure, I'm sure because of my diet and losing weight, is much better. But I think part of it too is I don't go to the doctor and think, oh my gosh, I haven't lost weight again. I have to go in there and discuss that I haven't lost weight again and say, I'm really trying. I'm doing everything I know. So yeah, that's taken a bunch of pressure off. Like finally, when I go to the doctor, it's not like, I could just, they'll say my name and I feel like, ooh, they're going to check my blood pressure. And so
You're gonna have to weigh.
I'm going to have to weigh and I'm not going to have lost anything. And, it just starts that whole cycle. I can just feel my stress notching up. So anyway, yeah, that's been one of the side benefits of all this too. It's just, I feel like I finally am like, see, I'm trying and it's working. Something's working. I have been trying. So.
We changed your medicine.
Changed my medicine. I was on Nature Thyroid years ago, and my body did super on it. It did really good. And then they had some kind of something with the factory or something, and it all shut down. It was like, sorry,
we're not having that.
We just don't have it. We're not going to have it. So I was like, okay. So I went to Armor, which was the next best thing. Anything for me is better than Synthroid. My body hates Synthroid. And Synthroid hates my body. That was one of the beginning factors to
Plus, you weren't converting.
Yeah. So, me and Synthroid, no bueno.
So, we gave the numbers and everything of what she was last time and how it was really improved on her numbers. And she was on 4.54 on your TSH, and the highest is 4.5. So, you're 4.54. And we changed you over to Nature Thyroid.
Yep.
And
which I felt like was just really good. Just, man, I was kind of almost like, ooh, is it my body gonna freak out because it's been on Armor for so long? And no, I felt like my body's very sensitive to medicine. I felt like really quickly better going to Nature Thyroid.
And some other things that you noticed too, or what you're like appetite increase.
Yeah, sometimes I just don't get very hungry, which is ironic again with doctors being like, you really need to eat less. I don't always even have an appetite, which is all tied. So many things are tied into having a thyroid. And I've been like hungry. It's weird. I'm like, oh my gosh, since I started Nature Thyroid, I've had more of an appetite. I'm like,
you're also sleeping
hungry.
Better.
Sleeping, oh my gosh, so much better. So much better. I've been sleeping so much better. And I've had energy. Like I get up in the morning and I have energy. Because sometimes with other things I've been on, I just like, it's really, I just kind of have to slowly get started. But I've had energy and all throughout the day had more energy, I would say.
And the biggest benefit, I'll just tell you right now that since I went back on thyroid, I'm actually able to lose weight again. And I've lost 96 pounds. So I went from 90 pounds lost on October the 18th to 96 pounds lost now. And Laura?
I have lost 20 pounds.
20 pounds.
20. I got on the scale the other day and I was like, I'm sorry, what? My son, one of the few people that I will let know my weight, was in the kitchen. I'm like, come here, look at this, because I want to witness. And just seeing that number, because it was like one of those numbers I thought I would never see again. And I was like, I'm going to get off and get back on, and it's going to be different. It's tricking me or it's freaking out. So I got off and got on again, and my son said, I'm like, wait, just stay and watch. I'm like, oh, it did it again. So, yeah, I'm at 20 pounds.
So she's lost 3 pounds in the last month.
Yes.
In the first 6 months, basically, or 5.5 months, somewhere in there, you'd only lost 17. So in the last month, you've lost 3 more pounds.
Yeah.
And another thing, we got a new scale on November 1st, and she weighed again just a few days ago. And I want to give you some numbers of things that even with the 3 pounds lost, this is how her body changed. Her body fat percentage went down 1% through those 2 weeks. Your water percentage went up 0.7%. Your muscle mass went up 0.5%.
Yep.
Your fat-free body weight, you gained a pound of fat-free body weight.
So I really weigh even less than the scale said, because that is fat-free. That's muscle.
So that's muscle and bone.
And bone.
So you gained muscle and bone. You your subcutaneous fat percentage went down 0.7%. Your visceral fat, you lost a pound of visceral fat.
Yay.
You gained a half a pound of muscle mass, and you gained a quarter of a pound of bone mass.
I will take it.
So you basically are losing and gaining. You're gaining muscle and bone.
And losing fat.
And losing fat. So we were able to see that she's lost 3 pounds. Bottom line is get with your doctor, get your blood work, get everything checked out.
If you're having a hard time losing weight or have your thyroid checked, but have everything checked, because those little, well, not the thyroid's a little thing, but it's amazing to think, just fixing certain things.
Vitamin D.
Yeah. And
thyroid.
Getting on the right diet that works for your body, because I've tried everything. My body has to have basically an exact science at this point. Your thyroid controls so many things that I have to have the right medicine, the right food. And if I have any wrong food, I'm telling you, it has an immediate. I told him the other day, I almost feel like this diet is almost more of a medicine or a medical, because it seems to be just what my body needed.
Well, you're healing.
Yeah.
Your body's healing.
Yeah, and I feel like I can run on it. I have energy on it. And at the same time, I'm losing weight. So it's just worked out really good for all my weird, even my doctor says my body's weird. Yeah, it has just worked really well. And so and I'm sure, the fact that I'm sleeping better, and it's like the exact science. My body's getting that exact science it needed.
So those are the measurements we're looking at on you. Now, on me,
yes,
with the 96 pounds lost, I had figured out some measurements back on August the 12th. So this is the first measurements I've done since August the 12th. June the 4th was my original measurements. So in 5 months and a couple weeks, or about a week and a half, I have lost a total of 45 and a half inches around my body. That's my arms, my legs, my chest, my waist, my rear. Oh my gosh, I lost 9 inches on my rear.
And I wouldn't think of you as having
a big
booty. No.
So,
if I lost 9 inches, first of all, I'll be like, woo! But I can see that. But
well, we're going to measure you, but we're going to do that for another one. Yeah, I haven't got around to it.
But yeah, it's like, what?
Yeah, my biggest losses were in my waist. I lost 8 inches.
Now that I can see.
Thank you so much.
I'd say the same thing about myself. So.
I lost 3 inches on my neck and little inches here and there, but all in all, it came. Oh, my rear, I lost 9 inches on my rear and 8 inches on my waist. So those were my biggest areas for losing.
That's funny.
But I lost 96 pounds, and I mean, that's great in itself. So we've been doing this now for 6 months.
Yep.
And the 205th day.
Okay.
205 days that we've been doing the carnivore diet, or carnivore way of eating, and carnivore lifestyle. But we just want to let you know, get the blood work done, find out what's going on with yourself, make sure you're taking the right medication. I mean, she just works better with the thyroid. It just works better in her body.
Yes.
It's actually helping her on her metabolism and everything else. And
still a slow process for me, but you know what? I will take it.
20 pounds, 96 pounds. So we've lost 116 pounds together since April the 24th. You can do it.
If I can do it, anybody can do it.
And it's just a matter of just sticking to it.
And you can do it through the holidays. So you can do it. It is just so much is mental. You can do it.
So our plan is for this holiday, we've got a turkey. We've got a prime rib.
Yep. Thank you, Auntie.
And we're thinking about doing a duck.
Of which I will not be partaking of with you. I don't do that.
She doesn't do Daffy.
Him and my son will be doing duck. I got taste.
So, and we might make Chris cooking Nashville's mashed potatoes for us.
And deviled eggs.
And deviled eggs.
With butter, mayo. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So it sounds good to me.
Our lives have changed because we used to like, what are we going to do here?
Well, for me, it's a trade-off. I mean, I'm like, I feel good doing this. So I don't think I'm suffering if I have rib roast and carnivore mashed potatoes, which are really eggs, but taste amazing, and deviled eggs. I don't think that's suffering. I'm a traditions person, so that was as hard as anything for me, is kind of giving up those traditions. And I'm like, how did I feel when I finished? How did I feel after that? I might have felt good for a minute, but afterwards I felt yuck, icky. I felt disgusted with myself. It's all fun and games when you're going through the holidays and eating the candy, the cookies, and the crud. But then you go to put on your pants. And doesn't the whole world do this to us? You go into the store right now, and it's snacks and sweets and goodies and samples. And then come January 1st, exercise equipment, diet shakes, workout clothes, everything is weight loss. I mean, it's like just a turn of the page. And then it's like, okay, everyone who gained all the weight from the stuff we're pushing on you all these months, now you got to get it off. In the month of January, get this exercise bike, sign this gym membership. So
resolutions. Yeah,
make your resolutions. And because we all know Christmas is over, so now we're putting out everything for summer. So it's a lot of it's so mental. It's really is mental what you think about it. How are you going to feel? If you eat all that stuff, how are you going to feel at the end of it? Come January 1st, are you going to feel great? Or are you going to feel like, miserable and
having to start over?
Regretful. And always starting over. That's the Chihuahua putting the Labrador Retriever in her place.
The holidays around here don't center around food any longer.
No.
Because we're just going to do what we normally do. Since we've been doing this,
you can still get
April.
together with your family and play games. You can still go for a walk and enjoy nature and all its splendor and beauty. The world is still a beautiful place if you don't have mashed potatoes, gravy, and 4 kinds of pie.
And
it's
dressing
still, it's still a wonderful place.
Green bean casserole.
And you can still be thankful. Enjoy your family.
The holidays are about family.
Yeah.
Then the culture made it about food.
Yeah.
But it's mainly be with your family.
You can still have good food.
Enjoy your family.
Yeah.
Enjoy your time with your family. Enjoy the holidays. Thanks for
watching.
Happy
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Next week.
Yep. It's already here.
Thanks.